All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the GSR Griswold Scout Reservation breakout portion of the Camp Directors Chat. I am Drew Ridlewski. I am your reservation director for GSR again for the, I don't know how many years this is now, but I've been here for a couple of years. Some of you might recognize my face. I welcome you all to this February chat. It's a little cold out. I'm just returning from Sea Base, for those of you that did not know, to recertify myself as a camp director. I had a great time, great experience. Beautiful weather, much better than the negative 40 degrees you all had here. I had about 80 degrees during that day. So I just wanted to share that with everybody because I was very excited about that. But with that, I wanted to say hello to everybody. We do have a quick announcement tonight. We have NYLT that is joining us. I am not 100% sure who is going to be doing their portion of it, but we do have someone from NYLT. Do we have someone here that is going to promote NYLT for us this evening?
That's me. I am Amanda Ridlewski. I am the MLT course director for 2023. I do have a fabulous team behind me. Some of them are on the call, including Jane Richardson and Mark Clark. We are excited to be at Camp Bell again for MLT week 1. We have some new and exciting things happening. The syllabus has been redone from national, so we are implementing lots of changes to the course. The goal that we will have this year is to make sure if you register a scout, a welcome letter is sent out within 2 weeks. So if you've registered a scout, make sure you put in the right contact information for the scout and the parent and you as the leaders. You'll all get your letters regarding the course, what to expect, packing lists, all of those. So if you registered somebody and you don't get a welcome packet within 2 weeks, please reach out. We do have an email that is MLT@DWC.Gmail. So I will put that in the chat for you. So that would be a contact if you have questions about whether somebody's eligible or not eligible, or just questions in general about the week. You can certainly send an email off and we will do that. One of the big changes for this year is the pre-camp meeting that we typically have the first weekend in June will be held at Camp Bell. So if you don't know what NYLT is National Youth Leadership Training. So if you have a scout in your troop that may be in a patrol leader position or an FPL position, and this is where they would want to go to learn the skills to be a leader within your unit, within your troop, or even within the school. So there's definitely things they can take with them back to their home unit, but also out into the world as they become adults. Some of the other changes we're looking at having. So we typically, NYLT has been the full cost of a week at camp. This year, NYLT is a little bit lower. Before any discounts, it's $520. So it's not, we don't use all the resources that you would typically do that week. So we're not using the waterfront and things. So we were able to keep our cost a little bit lower than a week of summer camp for you. We are week 1, so that is June 25th. And we typically last year, and we're going to continue that, is pickup will be 8 o'clock on Friday evening. So we welcome parents, scoutmasters to come to the closing campfire and get a little bit of an idea, watch some skits that the scouts have put together for the week. Any other questions? I know I said a lot of information really fast. Okay, no questions. I'll put the email in the chat. So if you do have questions, you can send out any questions for us. So a scout can do, week 1 with at MLT and do another week at camp. But if your troop typically goes to camp week 1, then it is whether they want to go to leadership training or whether they want to go to camp with the troop. And this, Danny Webster Council only does one session of NYLT. Of course, some other councils in the New England area may open up and do a course over the winter. Typically, it's not a week-long course. Typically, it's a 2-weekend course. So if the schedule for here at Daniel Webster Council doesn't match, then we'll be happy to help you find another council to send the scout to. Thank
Awesome.
you, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. I think I might know her. Yeah, who knows? So let's talk about GSR. And this summer, we have some exciting things that just popped out. The one is registration is out and it's up and running. Again, if anybody has any questions about that, I'm supposed to be getting access to that this week. Please shoot myself an email with Allison attached to it. So this way the two of us can get whatever answers that you need for the registration system. I'll be learning it just like you all, because this is a new system to me as well, but we're looking forward to having it and being able to work with everybody. And it should be a lot easier than what we had for Double Knot in the past. Jeez, I couldn't even tell you how many years we've had Double Knot for, but it's a step in the right direction. We're pretty excited about that. Our program system, our K-Scout system that Taiwan is working on. Again, we're going to sit down with him. I saw him yesterday. It looks like it felt like it was a couple of days ago when I was with the shooting sports committee up at GSR for a couple of hours, sitting down with those gentlemen and ladies and figuring out what shooting sports is going to look like in Daniel Webster Council. And we're going to talk next month at our meeting, and he will come on and talk about the system and some pointers and some tips on how to navigate and some of the new things that we are adding to it. So we're excited about that for the program system coming up. Allison also did touch on the Medform system. It's going to be the same system as last year that we used. You'll get a link to that, to the Medform system with your registrations. Some things will be a little bit easier this year, and I know that they're working on so how we get access and how we're notifying the adult leaders and stuff. So we will be working on that. Again, folks, remember, we're in February. None of these programs came out until May last year for us. So we've had almost a whole year of everything that we have. We will be on target by May. When final payments are in, we should be good to go and everything should be in the system. And we should have no issues whatsoever, which I'm really looking forward to. It'll be just here and there that we have to change certain things. So we're really looking forward to that. So Med System, some big things that will be happening at camp over the next few months. We do have off-season camping at GSR that's available. I know most of the buildings are rented out right now, but you can go on and look. If you go into nhscouting.org and check out camping and go into GSR, there are available rentals for your troop. We'll be doing some work once the season starts getting nicer out. We start losing snow and ice. We'll be finishing up the 2 waterfronts. So Valley, Main waterfront and Chase waterfront. We'll be getting those towers done. Look out for a possible pretty big substantial change at GSR this summer in the Cope area. We're still in the works and the talks on it, but I think we have the financing for it, and we're pretty excited to do what we're going to be able to do at Cope this year for GSR and to get more scouts climbing. I'm really jazzed up about that. So that's an exciting thing to look forward to. And probably by the next meeting, I'll have a full answer of everything that we will be doing at the Cope course to promote to your scouts and let them know what's going on at the reservation. Waterfront specialty week. So week 6, we still have a specialty week. That system, do not have any information on that out yet. That'll be coming out this week by the 1st. So what will come out is we are going to have a provisional guide that goes out. So we know that in the past there hasn't been anything that's really gone out for provisional scouts that come in. So we've been working on that. So this way there's information for parents and leaders if they're sending scouts by themselves. In that provisional guide will be our specialty week information, a full week of horsemanship for week 6. So if you have a scout that is interested in horses and doing that type of thing for what they're doing for the week, it is going to be a fantastic program. We're hoping to make sure that they will be able to even do a backcountry overnight with the horses out in the backcountry for one of those nights that they're doing that horsemanship program. Pretty exciting things. Stay tuned for more information. Like I said, this week that information will be going out. The second week for week 6 is we have scuba that is coming back to GSR. I know there's been a couple of units that have been asking us questions about that because their units are going to sea base. They're looking to get certified before they go to sea base, which would be pretty cool. So we have information I'll be going about scuba as well this week. The other 2 weeks, we have an H2O week. So we know that our busiest areas on camp are the waterfronts. So we decided to do a full week for those scouts that just want to get in the water. It'll be a day of kayaking and snorkeling, a day of water skiing and tubing, a day of sailing, a day of swimming, everything that they could possibly do. They'll work on merit badges and advancement for themselves. It'll be a pretty cool thing for a scout to do. And then our fourth and not final specialty week will be our heavy metal week. Heavy metal has to do with all having to do with metal. So they will be working on the forges. This year we are bringing in a few new propane forges for scouts to start learning on. Our staff is ready to do that, and we are bringing some propane forges. So there'll be 2 that'll be going to Bell, 1 will be going to Valley for the blacksmithing program. That program just keeps blowing up and getting bigger and bigger. The week-long program, they'll be working on merit badges, advancement, working on welding. They'll be working on the blacksmithing, different types of things that they'll be making, tools and things that they could use on future campsites. So look forward to information on that. We also have Trek weeks coming back to GSR. Trek weeks will be weeks 3, 4, and 5. As of right now, it looks like it'll be 10 scouts available, and that will be in the Provo guide as well. If there is a unit that is looking to do that trek for their week, please contact me and we can work something out and figure it out. We have other weeks during the summer besides 3, 4, and 5 that we can still do treks, because we have the trek director and we have the appropriate certifications to go out with the trek. So we're really excited to bring trek back to GSR, and right now just in the Belknaps, but in the future going back out into the whites and stuff like that is what we're really looking forward to doing. So we're really excited about that. So look out for that information that comes out this week. So provisional guide also for this week that'll come out is the prereq guide. The prerequisite guide will come out this week. I know Adam Brownstein and Andy Knight and Tom Eckram and Tessa, these are all our program directors for GSR, will be doing getting that out to us this week. So we will have the prerequisite guide. There's been a lot of changes in merit badges this year that came out. So there's been a couple of things we had to change. I know archery is one. There's been a few different requirements that have changed. So we just updating those and make sure that we get those out. I know Taiwan has been working on prerequisites in the new K-Scout system with the program system to make it easier for you guys to log in those prerequisites too. So we're pretty excited about that. I hit my list. I think I'm good. Awesome. I hit everything on my list. I'll go down to questions. Someone asked about another waterfront and the other, I don't remember exactly what it was, but if you're talking about Sunset Waterfront on the backside of Valley, we will not be opening that as a waterfront this year. Reason why that waterfront was opened back in, I think it was in early 2000s, was because we had 4,000 plus scouts coming through the reservation in the summer. Membership is not as good. It's getting better. Nowhere near what we had back then. So there's actually no need to have that third waterfront on Valley side. We have plenty of room on the 2 waterfronts that we have with our schedule. So that is what I wanted to tell you about that. Any high adventure program this year? So the biggest high adventure program we would have is the trek program that we have going on. Also scuba, the week of scuba and the week of horsemanship. So those are kind of high adventure programs. Karen, unless you're talking about something Camp Bell-wise, we can talk offline if you want. I can get you in touch with the director over there, Adam Brownstein. I know Adam's somewhere in here hiding, but he is here and we can talk more about that offline. Leadership. So leadership for this year, I do have my full leadership team for both sides. Hidden Valley, we are still holding off. We do not know who the camp director for Hidden Valley will be for this year. More than likely, it will be myself playing the double role of reservation director and camp director with the help of the program directors. 2 program directors for Hidden Valley. We have Andy Knight coming back, which we're very excited about, and Tessa from the waterfront that you all know will be coming in as a second program director this year. We're excited to have both of them in those teams. And then Coleman will be coming back as our head commissioner again this year. So he will be back. So there'll be a lot of familiar faces on the Valley side. Overall, GSR staffing side, we are bringing back about 90% of the staff from last year. That's a huge thing for me and for my staff to bring back 90%. Usually it's about 60% that we bring back. This is just a great year and we're doing something right. So on the leadership team on the Bell side, you have Adam Brownstein, who is the director of Camp Bell. His program director this year will be Tom Eckram. Tom was the Brown Sea director and a few other directors last year all over camp. Has been on staff for quite a few years. And the head commissioner for Camp Bell will be Garrett Bingham Mass. You all remember who Garrett is. He played kind of the program role last year with Adam. So those are our directors and our leadership team for GSR, and we're looking forward to it. Of course, we have Brian Boyajian, who is our head ranger. He's a part of our leadership team, and Tim Hayes, who is one of his. I don't even know. Tim is just a worker. That's all Tim is, and we thank you for everything that you did, Tim Hayes, at the reservation. I do appreciate everything that you do. I'm not going to task him with anything tonight because he asked me not to. So we all know that Tim takes care of us at the reservation. Let's see what other questions that we have. So those theme weeks, week 6 just for Hidden Valley. So no, that's partial Bell, partial Valley. They're kind of a mix of both. The horsemanship program, yes, is more geared towards Bell because the horses are on Bell's side. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure which waterfront he's going to want to use for everything having to do with scuba. I know Manning is a lot clearer, but I know it's very dark. So I'm not a diver. I couldn't tell you. Some of our other people might be able to, but it'll be going back and forth from both camps for all of those programs. The water program, they'll be going back and forth for the sailboats over at Bell and for the ski boats over at Bell, and then going to Valley to do kayaking and so forth, back and forth. So those themed weeks are going to be all back and forth throughout the whole reservation. Can a few scouts pick to do horsemanship specialty week if their troop is going to summer camp week 6? No, absolutely they can. But they will be, their whole program will be together. They're going to be living out of the I think the lean-tos, if I'm not mistaken, on Bell's side for the horsemanship program. But Heidi, we can talk about that offline if you want. If there's something that we want to work out, we can talk with Christy, because Christy will be running everything. If that's something that some of your scouts want to do, I'm sure we can work something out for you. Excellent. Does anybody have any other questions? Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. I know we had a lot of information. Yes, sir.
Drew, you missed one in the chat. Are there any discounts for scouts who want to do multiple weeks?
Where did I see that one? I'm sorry about that. So multiple, we don't have a multiple week discount anymore, but the Granite base, the base camp, or what is the camp card that they have? Phil, maybe you can help me out. What is that? The Granite base camp,
yeah, the adventure card, Drew.
Thank you, sir. The adventure card. The adventure card will give them for every week that they take off the $50 off of that. And again, if they do the early bird sign up for those, they'll get that other additional 20. So yes, 70 off if they hit those 2 marks. Anybody else? Awesome. I don't have too much tonight. Again, next month we will talk about with Taiwan coming on, talking about our program system. We'll have the program directors come on and chat a bit about program. Every month we're hoping to add something a little bit more, just to give you a little bit more information and get things going. Again, we're before March 1st and all of our systems are up and running. Again, last year we didn't have our systems up until May. So this is a huge leap for us. So we're pretty excited, and hopefully next year we will be, January 1st, everything is open and we're ready to go. So we're just continuing to move on and make improvements. So I thank everybody for coming, and thank you all for what you do. And we will see.
Can I just add one, Drew?
Absolutely, Taiwan, please.
I know many people used the previous system in 2022. And if you have any suggestions or ideas, make it better, and you just let me know. So we can make it better every year. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Taiwan. Again, he is very on point with answering people's messages and getting back to them. I know a bunch of you have spoken with him offline with emails and stuff, and he's helped out everybody. So again, our systems will be good to go, and excited to make sure that we have everything for everybody here. Yes, last year's partials are in K-Scout. Now, if you have any problems finding that stuff, just let us know. Let myself, Taiwan, Adam, Andy, any one of us, and we'll be able to help you right away. All right, I'm going to give it 3. Going once, twice.
What is K-Scout?
K-Scout, Karen, is our program system. If you go on to nhscouting.org, you can go into GSR And underneath there, you will see where the program system is located. Your troop should have a login information. Have you guys been with us before, Karen?
We went to Bell last year.
Yep, so you guys will be in the system. Whoever did the programming last year, I know that's added for this year with Bell programming.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Again, I will throw, do I need to throw my email in the chat? I think everybody knows how to get a hold of me. Again, if you don't have my business card, everything is online. You get a hold of me. Drew.Ridlewski. I'll put it in anyway. And please just email me, let me know. Oh, that's another thing I should let everybody know. Garrett Boyd is no longer working for council. So if there's anything that's needed GSR wise, please contact myself or Allison. All right, there is my email in the chat, and we will talk to everybody soon. We'll see you next month, and thank you everybody for coming in. Diana, you got my email? Well, you popped off.
Drew, can we pick horsemanship as like a afternoon activity since it's week 6 and Bell shuts down week 5?
So no, because it's a specialty week. They're going to be using the horses every day.
Okay. Well, because I have a couple girls who really like horse, but they want to spend the week with their troops. So I'm like, I think you got to pick.
Unfortunately, they're going to have to pick one or the other. Just because we're doing that specialty week. If we have enough signups for week 6, we might run a second week in week 7. But it all depends
Okay.
on how many we get signed up for it. So we'll know this month once everybody starts popping in and doing registrations for these things.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, Drew, on that, on the horse week, is there some information that I can pass along to a non-scouter
Yep.
about it?
I'll get that to you this week.
Okay. I think I've got a girl who might be interested in doing it, but she's not a scouter.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll get you information this week. We're just
Cool,
putting
thank you.
we're just putting everything together. I'm getting everything from Christy and
Yeah.
all the other program stuff. We're just putting that stuff together and get it out this week.
Okay. Not too many questions tonight, huh?
No, I think we hit pretty good.
good.
Having the systems up is a huge thing for us right now.
Right.
Whereas last month we didn't have those. So
Hey, Adam.
Hey Phil, Drew, you're still recording.